Hello. Oh, I've been having some technical issues. I've been trying to do this for the last half an hour, so bear with me if it doesn't work. Oh, technology is not my forte, I have to say. So let me see what I'm doing now. Right, I'm going to bring my slides up on screen. So anyway, there we go. Bear with me. Oh, look, it worked. Hope you can all see that. I think you can. I'm hoping you can. Right, so let's start. So hello, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Whether you're here live or catching up on replay, let me know in the comments where you are, where you're coming in from. And I want to just introduce myself because I've had a lot of ladies that have joined this group in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, who don't know me very well or don't know me at all even. A lot of you have come over from the Peri Hub. So you know that I'm an expert in there. So thank you very much for trusting me and coming over to my own private group. It's a support group where I try and help you ladies as much as I possibly can, giving you tips and tricks. And tonight, obviously, we're going to touch on sleep, which is very important. I've got notes here so that I don't go off on a tangent. I almost went off on a tangent then. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I've got a microphone on there, so I think I just knocked it. Hopefully you can still hear me. A little bit about myself. So I'm a certified wellness coach. I'm a level 4 nutrition coach as well. I have a license for running. I'm a running coach, a licensed running coach, I should say, a licensed swimming coach. And although I'm already a certified coach, right now, at the moment, I'm doing an advanced menopause coach. So I'm digging deeper into, how I can help my ladies. And I'm also doing a transformational coaching certification as well. So a world of knowledge, and not only knowledge from learning, and getting these certifications and qualifications. I've also got a lot of experience because I'm postmenopause now. I've been through perimenopause. I had a turbulent menopause. I didn't have any support. I didn't know what was going on with me. I went through perimenopause from my late 30s, a good 13 years worth of perimenopause. And that's what got me into doing what I do now, basically, in a short story. I mean, I'll talk more about that on another day. Maybe I'll do a video just of me and my story on another day. But today I'm here to talk about sleep. And the way I coach my ladies is from a holistic view. So we look at everything from diet, exercise, environment, lifestyle, stress levels, but sleep is always where we start first. I put sleep right at the top of the list, even if, like, I have one-to-one clients, and even if my clients say to me, oh, my sleep's fine, we still always look at it first, because even though they think they might sleep fine, they don't realize that they're not sleeping enough. They're not sleeping well enough. They're waking up a few times in the night, and to them that's normal, and it's not normal. It shouldn't be happening. We should have solid sleep, minimum 7 hours, but I'll get into that. Sleep plays a vital role in our health and our well-being, and I'm excited to explore how it can particularly be affected by our hormones. So let's get started. I'm going to change slides now. Bear with me. There. Can you see the slide I can see? I think you can. So we're going to explore how alcohol impacts sleep, and the importance of good sleep hygiene, and the various factors such as anxiety and hormones, how that affects our sleep as well. Just when I'm switching switching away like this. I'm just hoping it's not affecting what you can see. So sleep is a fundamental part of our well-being. So quality sleep improves mental health, boosts our immune system, enhances our cognitive functions. Without enough sleep, we struggle to focus, mood regulation, and our overall health suffers. You know, all of the above. We know that, don't we? I myself have suffered from, well, the only symptom I still suffer with now post-menopause is brain fog. And when I haven't had a proper night's sleep, I can't even remember my own name. But alcohol also can have a significantly disrupt your sleep patterns. So while it may initially feel like it's making you drowsy, it's like when we say, let's have a nightcap, like in the olden days, have a nightcap before bed to help you sleep. It may well help you get to sleep. It may help you feel drowsy, but it reduces REM sleep, which is crucial for mental restoration. Alcohol can also cause sleep fragmentation, leading to a lower quality of sleep and daytime fatigue. Understanding these effects is key to improving sleep quality. Moderating or abstaining from alcohol is definitely going to improve your sleep. So I started moderating last year. I mean, I didn't drink heaps anyway. Back in the day, I did, in my younger days. Big drinkers are in my family as well. So there's always alcohol in the house. After having kids, obviously I drank less. And then as my symptoms worsened, my hangovers got worse. So I naturally drank less. And then I tried to drink even less. And then eventually my last alcoholic drink was last New Year's Eve. So I'm 6.5 months without an alcoholic drink now. But I'm not putting pressure on myself. I'm not going to say I'm never drinking again. I don't want to at the moment ever drink again, but that may change. But I've definitely noticed a difference. Taking alcohol out of my life really helps. So they were the two things that really affect me. Sleep and alcohol really affect my brain fog and the things I do, my memory. I mean, I still forget things, I've started testosterone now to try and help with my brain fog. But again, that's for another day. I'm not going to go off on a tangent. See, I stopped looking at my notes and see what happens. So alcohol can also cause, I've said that. So understanding these effects can improve your quality of sleep. Let's move on, because I've said those things already. So rapid eye movement. Rapid eye movement sleep is one of the 5 stages of your sleep cycle, and it's crucial for restorative sleep. REM sleep is the sleep phase where dreaming occurs, and it plays a vital role in your emotional regulation and your memory consolidation. So alcohol consumption reduces the amount of REM sleep and impacts your ability to process emotions and retain information. So here are some key points about REM sleep. So during REM sleep, your eyes are rapidly moving in various directions. This stage is when most vivid dreams occur during increased brain activity. So the body's muscles are relaxed to a point of near paralysis. Paralysis. Can I say that word? You know what I mean? Paralysis, I think I said it right. So that prevents the sleeper acting out what you're dreaming. So when people sleepwalk, they're doing what they're dreaming about. That's when, it's not working properly. Things are going on in your body. Your muscles aren't relaxed like they're supposed to be. So the brain actively during REM sleep is similar to when a person's awake. So if your paralysis of your muscles aren't working properly, that's why you get up and walk around. Does that make sense? I think I just overcomplicated that. Anyway, REM sleep is crucial for cognitive functions such as learning, memory, consolidation, and mood regulation. It helps process emotions and stress, which can improve emotional resilience. REM sleep also supports overall physical health, contributing to a restorative process of the body. So the body's repairing itself while REM sleep is going on. REM sleep typically occurs starting about 90 minutes after falling asleep, and then it reoccurs every 90 minutes to 120 minutes. And during REM sleep increases, the duration of REM sleep increases as our cycles go. So each cycle, if you start at 90 minutes, each cycle of REM sleep gets longer, right up until the early hours before you wake up. So lack of REM sleep can lead to cognitive impairments, emotional instability, and decreased physical health. Conditions like sleep apnea, insomnia, and the use of substances like alcohol and caffeine can disrupt REM sleep. Ensuring sleep hygiene can promote healthy REM sleep patterns. So we need to have good hygiene, sleep hygiene. So what does sleep hygiene mean? We'll get into that. The importance of a good night's sleep makes everything in life easier, from having the energy to exercise, the willpower to eat healthier, the willpower to not drink alcohol, to make healthy choices. Healthy sleep also helps the body remain healthy and starves off disease. So according to the Sleep Institute, an insufficient amount of sleep can lead to serious repercussions. Some studies have shown sleep deprivation leaves people vulnerable to attention lapses, reduced cognition, delayed reactions, and mood shifts. It's also been suggested that people can develop a sort of tolerance to chronic sleep deprivation, even though the brain and the body struggles due to lack of sleep. Some people may not be aware. Like I said, some of my clients say, yeah, no, my sleep's fine. It's because they're so used to feeling the way they feel that they don't realize that it's not having a good solid sleep is affecting the way they feel. To them it feels normal because they don't know what it feels like to have a good solid 7 hours sleep. So in our deepest and most restorative sleep, blood pressure drops, our bodies get the chance to fully relax. And at the same time, blood is driven to our muscles, providing nutrients to our muscles so that they can repair. And sleep is also known to regulate your mood and to help your brain function better by improving learning memory functions. So that's where the whole brain fog thing is worse when you don't have a sleep. So as well, sleep and weight gain, there's a connection there as well. There's a dynamic relationship between the body's internal clock, appetite, and metabolic rate. So in studies where people have been limited to 4 hours sleep a night for several days, changes in their appetite hormones have been observed, and appetites for sweets, salty snacks, fatty foods, starchy foods increases. They want to eat them more when they've only had 4 hours sleep. So when we eat like this, we're also inclined to drink more alcohol. Obviously, it's like a vicious circle, isn't it? So there's more than 65 published research papers that have linked sleeping fewer than 6 hours a night with increased weight. And that's why. One large study found that adults who slept fewer than 5 hours were 1.5 times more likely to be obese, while children who slept for fewer than 10 hours were almost twice as likely to be obese. Research published in the medical journal Sleep suggests that inadequate sleep reduces the expression of genes related to weight gain. So scientists have studied over 1,000 sets of twins and found that not only is there a genetic link into the amount of sleep we typically have, but the sleep for less than 7 hours a night strengthens the relationship between our genes and our weight. It's crazy, isn't it? So put into simple terms, your genetics affect both your sleep pattern and your weight. But with studies found that with good sleep hygiene and training yourself to get better sleep, it can change your genetics as well. So if you break that cycle and you change your sleep pattern, you change your genetics, your children then will get the new genetics, so less likely to be obese. That's really interesting, isn't it? It's like the body just amazes me, really does. Next slide. Anxiety and hormonal changes can affect your sleep quality. So alcohol again can exacerbate anxiety, leading to difficulty falling asleep and staying asleep. So as well as sugary foods and starchy foods, when we're feeling anxious or we've had a hard day, what's one of the first things a lot of people want to do? Wine o'clock, isn't it? Grab that glass of wine to help you relax. But it's having the opposite effect. You know, if you don't have any sleep problems, then it's fine. You know, you drink moderately, nothing wrong with that at all. But if it's affecting your sleep, I highly recommend really reducing it, keeping it away for bedtime, and if possible, don't drink at all. So hormonal fluctuations especially can further disrupt your sleep patterns, as we know. That's why we're here. And it's important to address these issues holistically to improve your sleep. So what do we do? Are you struggling with waking up in the middle of the night? Because some of us can get to sleep, can't we, quite easily, but then bing, middle of the night, we're awake. It can be frustrating, impact your overall well-being. So whether it's hot flushes or night sweats that wake you up, or going to the toilet, waking up needing a pee, you might require a change of clothing in the middle of the night, or your body might be struggling with your temperature regulation during sleep. So there are ways to address changes to improve your sleep quality when it comes to... Sorry, really loud car just drove past. Don't know if you heard that, but it was very loud. So struggling with temperature regulation during sleep. There's my cats here as well. So there are ways to address this, and let's explore the connection between your body temperature and your sleep and discover some practical tips to keep you cool at night. My cat starts meowing, I apologize. It's right next to the microphone as well, but it's quiet at the moment. So understanding thermoregulation. Thermoregulation is your body's ability to regulate its temperature and maintain it within a narrow range. So your brain's hypothalamus, along with sensors in your central nervous system, plays a crucial role to check in and managing your body. So your body temperature, when your body temperature becomes too high, you might start sweating as a way to release the heat through your skin. So it's, when we're outside and it's hot, we start sweating, so that helps cool your body down. So it's the same thing that happens at night. Blood vessels may dilate and facilitate heat dispersion. So that's what's going on there. We all know that's obvious. So the relationship between sleep and body temperature involves complex interactions among the nervous system. Hormones, blood vessels, and sweat glands are all working together. So the internal temperature naturally fluctuates throughout the day, and then following your circadian rhythm, there's two key factors that initiate your sleep. So the rise in melatonin levels, and then the drop in body temperature during the early hours of the evening. So as you wind down and prepare for sleep, your core temperature begins to decrease. This decrease continues throughout the night, reaching its lowest point at around 4 a.m. So this dip in body temperature coincides with a peak release of melatonin, the sleep hormone responsible for your regulation and your sleep-wake cycle. So as morning approaches, your body temperature generally starts to increase, preparing you for wakefulness. So the impact of thermoregulation has a direct influence on our sleep quality and the duration. So when your body temperature is too high, it can interfere with falling asleep, and to be not only falling asleep, but then once you're asleep, it can interfere with your deep sleep state. Conversely, if your body temperature drops too low, you may wake up during the night. So one of the key ways to thermoregulate, to keep your thermoregulation at the right temperature, can't think of the word, to do that, to influence your sleep-wake cycle and produce your melatonin, there's things that we can do. So studies have shown that cooler sleeping environment promotes the natural release of melatonin. So sometimes we feel cold, don't we? So what do? We whack the heating up, especially in the winter. But that's like the worst thing you can do when you're feeling cold. Moreover, maintaining your optimal body temperature throughout the night helps sustain deep restorative sleep, leading to improving cognitive function, mood, and overall well-being. So let's get into night sweats. What causes night sweats? Night sweats can have various causes. Hormonal changes, obviously, particularly during ovulation and perimenopause and menopause, obviously, when our sex hormones are fluctuating. Fluctuating sex hormones, such as rising estrogen during ovulation and hormonal shifts during perimenopause, often lead to disrupt sleep and cause the night sweats. Other factors can contribute to night waking, including like your room's too warm, like I said, sleeping with synthetic materials which don't regulate your body too well. Anxiety can wake you up at night and cause a night sweat. Certain kind of medications that you might be on could cause night sweats. Anxiety cause night sweats. Consuming spicy food before bed, and a drop in low blood sugar as well can cause night sweats. So that then is about what you eat during the day to regulate your blood sugar, then affects your night sweats. So it's a whole holistic approach. But let's concentrate on sleep hygiene. So if you're struggling with sleep distribution due to temperature issues, here are some practical tips that can help you. Set your thermostat at between 15 and 19 degrees. So they say 18 is optimal, but 15 the lowest. So if you tend to get warm at night, you can go as low as 15. If you tend to feel cold, you can go up to 19, but the optimal is 18. Use a fan, get the air moving around your room. And as well, a fan can be white noise, which also can help you sleep as well. Keep your blinds closed if it's still quite light or you've got street lights. Think about using blackout blinds to minimize that, or a sleep, what's it called? Like a blind on your eyes. Choose breathable bedding. Opts for natural fibers like cotton or linen that promote airflow and help regulate your body temperature. Now this one, people don't know this. Take a warm bath or a shower if you don't have a bath before bed. About 90 minutes before bed, an hour and a half before bed if you can, is the ideal time, because it raises your body temperature, but then your body naturally starts to cool down after it's been raised, and that induces sleepiness. So that can have the same effect as what that nightcap, that nightcap makes you feel drowsy like that. Also, having a warm shower and then your body naturally cooling down can also make you feel sleepy. Limit your alcohol. You think your alcohol is going to do that, but limit it with, like I've said before, spicy foods, caffeine after 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Some people say, well, I can drink coffee all night. It doesn't affect my sleep. I can still fall asleep, but it's going to be affecting your REM sleep without you knowing. So you're not going to have such a good sleep. So even though you think it doesn't affect you, it does affect you. Stay hydrated throughout the day. If you're drinking 2 liters of water a day, 2 liters is like the average. Obviously, if it's really hot, you're in a hot country, you need more. If you're doing a heavy workout, you need more. But on average, 2 liters a day And if you're drinking that like throughout the day, nicely paced out, you don't need to drink 1 hour or even 2 hours before bed. If you're one of the people that wake up to go for a pee, make sure you're well hydrated during the day so that you don't need that liquid before bedtime. It's all right to have a glass of water next to your bed in case you wake up with like a dry mouth or a tickly throat. Talking of tickly throats, then that's okay. You can have a quick sip, but don't guzzle it down. Regular physical activity helps your body regulate temperature and promotes better sleep. However, avoid intense workouts close to bedtime because you've got to allow your body to cool down again. So the trouble is, a lot of us, we only have the evenings to work out, don't we? If we're working, we're busy all day long. So you're just going to make sure that you do it a good 2 to 3 hours better if your workout's vigorous before you go to sleep. Practice stress management techniques. High stress levels can affect thermoregulation. Incorporate relaxation techniques such as meditation or deep breathing before bed. I'm going to do a breathing exercise with you in a little while, but it really, really does help. And if you wake up in the middle of the night, you do a breathing exercise, it can help you go back to sleep again. Consider investing in sleepwear made of natural fibers like eucalyptus. These fibers help regulate your body temperature, dry quickly, and provide enhanced breathability. So it helps your body breathe. When I went through a period of really bad night sweats, it wasn't long after I gave birth to my second. So I was about 41. And like my bed was soaked. So what I did, I invested in some nice nightwear, a nightie rather than, nightie sounds old, doesn't it? But like a night shirt rather than pajamas, and good quality cotton ones, and a nice, good quality towel I used to lay. So I had good quality sheets, cotton sheets, a good quality towel. And then when they were really bad, I bought those cooling pads that you use for dogs in hot weather. My dog had one. I bought one like for big dogs, so it's quite big, and I put it under my sheet. They're quite soft as well, quite comfortable. And I put a towel on top of that. I mean, you think that would heat it up, but it didn't. It stays cool. They work really well. And then so that would help keep me cool. And then my towel would soak up the sweat. And then I had a breathable nightshirt on. And then when I did still did sweat as well after that, it did help. But on the worst days when I still sweated, because that was easy to whip off, I always kept next to my bed a dry towel and another nightshirt. So I could still, pretty much with my eyes closed, whip that off, whip the towel off, put a new towel down, put a new nightshirt off and go back to bed again. So sleep disruption was minimal. And I had a 1-year-old as well who was still breastfeeding. So with night sweats and him waking up in the night as well, I was a walking zombie for a good couple of years. So consider investing in some good nightwear. It's definitely worth it. So all that said and done, what else can we do? We can create a consistent and relaxing routine, which is essential for quality sleep. So a step-by-step guide is 1, setting a consistent sleep schedule. I mean, obviously, if you've got small children, that's difficult. But what I mean by sleep schedule is going to bed at the same time every night, waking up at the same time every day, even at weekends. And if you can really be strict with yourself and do that, and do all the other things, blacking out and everything, then your body clock will get used to it. And you think, I want a lie-in at the weekend. But if you can do that consistently, your body won't need a lie-in at the weekend. You'll find that you'll wake up at the same time and you'll be alert. You won't need a lie-in. So that's what you're aiming for. It's easier said than done. If you're having bad night's sleep, you can't just go, all right, like that. but aim to do that in bed the same time every night. Set your alarm the same time to wake up every day. And honestly, it will eventually start to help you. You'll start to get that minimum 7 hours. So 7 hours minimum, 9 hours maximum. More than 9 hours is also not beneficial. But I don't think anyone's got that problem, so I won't bother talking about that. But that's your minimum 7 hours, maximum 9 hours. 8 hours is perfect. It's recommended for most adults. So obviously that's easier said than done. So number 2, creating a relaxing bedtime routine. So winding down, spending the last 60 minutes before bed doing calming activities. This can include reading a book, like a not like an encyclopedia or an information book. So that's what I tend to do. I tend to take my menopause books, learning more about menopause, which is, an easy reading book that's not going to take too much brain work. Nice relaxing story, a nice, storybook. Where am I? Take that to bed, a warm bath, like we talked about already, relaxation techniques, no screen time. No TV, no phone, no tablet, no computer. At least an hour before bed. We're all guilty of it, aren't we? And I am, because I've got my support group, and because I'm blaming you guys, because you're from all over the world. It's really tempting for me to keep responding to comments, because a lot of you ladies that are across the pond, I get comments on posts and ladies putting in posts like past my bedtime. And I know that, and it's really tempting for me to go in and respond, and I do it. I know I shouldn't do it. So I'm saying it now, ladies, past 10 o'clock, I'm going to really try not to respond to you. So sorry for that, hands up, because I have to think of my sleep cycles for my brain fog. So whatever country you're in, whether you're in the States or Australia, there's some ladies in Qatar in this group, in Europe, which is only an hour ahead. But if you work out what time it is in the UK and it's past 10 o'clock at night, I'm not going to answer you, but I will answer you in the morning, because I get up, I do my morning routine, which is also another webinar, because I've got a really good morning routine that starts me off good for the day. And then I check, the first thing I do on my phone, even before I check my emails, I go into my support group and I check if there's anyone that needs letting in who wants to join us, and I check comments and posts, and then I post in there as well. So if I don't answer you straight away, check what the time is, and that's probably why. Or I'm busy with family. But if it's at night time in England, that's why. Went off on a tangent then. So yeah, an hour before bed, no screen time. Optimize your sleep environment. So comfortable bedding. Ensure your mattress and your pillows are comfortable and supportive. So I'm going to go off on a tangent again now. I've got the most comfortable bed. My husband didn't want to do this at first. It's 2 separate beds. They're orthopedic beds. They're really expensive beds. So 1, he didn't want separate beds, and 2, he didn't want to spend that much money on beds. But even though they're separate beds, they're pushed together, and it makes the size of a super king. But we have separate sheets, separate duvets. Everything is separate. So then when, if I kick the sheets off because I'm too hot, or if he turns over and drags his duvet with him, it's not affecting, we're not affecting each other, the sleep. And he loves it now. And they're orthopedic as well. And then I can I press a button and it lifts up, which makes it comfortable for reading. If my legs are aching from a workout or whatever, I can lift my knees up a bit, lift my feet up, and I love it. It was worth every penny. Now when I go away and I sleep in a hotel, I was like, oh my God, I miss my bed. If I could take it with me in a suitcase everywhere, I would. So it's definitely worth investing in. You don't need to get a bed like that moves and comes up, but a really good mattress, really good pillows, really good cotton sheets. Highly, highly recommend it. And then your blackout curtains that we talked about before, your mask. I wear a mask. You can get really nice, comfortable masks now, so you don't even know you got them on. So I've got teenage boys now. go to bed after me. I go to bed before them. So, I ask them to be quiet and to keep the lights off, but they don't. The boys. So I can hear them, and they put lights on and the light comes in under the door. So I wear a mask and I put headphones in. I invested in some really nice, comfortable headphones, and then I listen to a sleep meditation. So music and talking, so it talks me into a sleep, and then I fall asleep with those in, and they're so comfortable. They work as earplugs as well. My husband sleeps with earplugs in because he doesn't like to hear the cat meowing, which he does, and I can't lock him out the door because he meows even more if I lock him out. So I really suggest doing that. And then use a sunlight alarm, which, if you've got a mask on, it's not gonna work. I have an alarm that comes on gentle. It's like gets louder and louder. It's like really gentle. I think it's like wind chimes. I have to pay a note now of what it is, but it starts really gentle and it gets louder and louder. But if you don't wear a blind, you can get those sunlight alarms that come on and then they get brighter and brighter and brighter, and the sunlight naturally wakes you up. A friend of mine uses one and she was worried at first. She's like, well, what if it doesn't wake me up? It's light, but it will. It does. It woke her up and she's like, oh yeah, it does wake you up. So they're really, really good. And then with that, you don't get that sudden alarm, which releases your cortisol. I mean, cortisol is released anyway to wake you up naturally, but if you wake up suddenly like that, more cortisol is released and it doesn't start the day off well. I lost where I am on my notes now. Oh, so the light. So as it gets lighter, the light stimulates your hormones that helps you wake up and suppresses those that make you go to sleep. So it brings your oxytocin in naturally, and your melatonin suppresses it. So that's why it wakes you up. And then it's a good idea then, once you are up, once you've had a pee, if it's nice weather, if it's not winter and still dark, to go outside if you can. Put a dressing gown on, go outside and get some natural light into your eyes, onto your face, and it really helps you wake up. And then I wasn't going to talk about a morning routine, but I'm just going to mention this. If you're one of those people that love a coffee in the morning, really try hard to have half an hour of waking up naturally before you have your caffeine, because that also messes with your sleep-wake cycle, because your body relies on it. Won't wake up properly until it gets that caffeine. It relies on it. But if you give your body, with using natural sunlight or sunlight from a sunlight lamp, if it's not daylight, your body releases that hormone to wake up naturally, and it's like, and it does it itself, which helps you sleep at night. And then once you're awake, then you can enjoy your first cup of coffee. Does that make sense? White noise, like I said, with a fan, or you can buy or on your phone as well. Don't look at your phone, but you can put white noise on your phone. That can also drown out like traffic or teenagers and help you sleep as well. Mind your diet and your exercise. We talked about exercise. So avoiding meals before bed. Try not to eat heavy or spicy food 2 to 3 hours before sleep. I said that before, didn't I? Because your body's then busy trying to digest that food and it's not doing all the repairing that it's supposed to be doing, which can affect your REM sleep as well and everything else. I think I said that before. Caffeine, I said that before. Alcohol. So if you want, your last glass of wine, have it with your meal 2 to 3 hours before bed, because again, it messes with your metabolism. Your metabolism's your digestive system's trying to metabolize the alcohol rather than repair your body. My notes say, this allows your body enough time to metabolize the alcohol. There we go. Which has an impact on your sleep, helping that you wake up feeling more refreshed and more rejuvenated. Drinking water throughout the day, I already said. So I've gone off on a tangent. I've already said what's on my notes before. vigorous exercise before bed's not good. So rather than do vigorous exercise before bed, if you really want to do something before bed, do yoga, because yoga's relaxing. You get the exercise at the same time as the relaxing, and you can do the meditation, and it can really help calm your body down. Because a vigorous exercise gives you adrenaline. So like I said, 2 or 3 hours before, so you got that, your adrenaline's got time to relax and come back to normal. Manage stress and anxiety. So practice meditation again, deep breathing again. I'm coming to that. Yoga again. Journaling. Here we go. Journaling. So what's in here is also going to keep you awake or stop you having a really restful sleep. So I'm just keeping an eye on the time. Been on here a long time now. That's another reason why I need notes, so I don't go off and talk all night, because I can do that, as you can see. So journaling. So if stuff's gone on during the day, you've had a bad day, or you've had a good day, you might want to write about a good day. It doesn't have to be a bad day. But if something's happened that's playing on your mind, get it all down in a journal. Get it out. So I like to do a gratitude journal at night as well. Write down 10 things that I'm grateful for that happened that day, even if it's as simple as had a really nice coffee that morning and I really enjoyed it and I'm really grateful for it. Had a really nice dinner, I'm really grateful for it. My son gave me a really nice hug and it made me feel grateful. It doesn't have to be massive things that you're grateful for. It's nice to write down 10 things that you're grateful for that day. Do a brain dump that everything that's in your head, everything that's happened, everything that's playing on your mind. And then in your schedule out, put your to-do list down, schedule out your week ahead, everything you know you've got to do, get it down in your schedule, out of here, on paper. And if you're the type of person, it happens with entrepreneurs, if you've got your own business or something going on at work and you wake up with an idea, and then you can't sleep because you're worried you're going to forget it because it's a good idea, put a pad and pen, even if it's like a post-it notes next to your bed with a pencil. So if you do wake up, without putting loads of lights on and try and stay, eyes closed as much as you can, just write it down, jot it down, get it out of your head, and turn over, go back to sleep, do the breath work I'm going to go through in a minute. Get back to sleep as soon as you can. Every morning, put your body and face exposure to light. I've already said that. So I've said everything before I get to it. Serotonin is a precursor of melatonin. So when your oxytocin kicks in, it kicks in your serotonin, which is the precursor of melatonin, and helps your sleep-wake cycle. And it's also a very powerful antioxidant as well. So that's why it's so good for you to get outside. I mean, if you can, I need to have a drink, sorry. If time allows, you throw on some clothes before work, and if it's daylight, go and have a walk for half an hour. That's a great morning routine. So by incorporating these sleep hygiene practices into your daily routine, you can really create an environment and a lifestyle that supports restful sleep. Sleep diary. Using a sleep diary, so this is different to a journal and different to scheduling in your day. A sleep diary, or you can get an app, a tracker app, to monitor your sleep patterns, to identify areas for improvement. So note down times that you wake up, if you do wake up. I mean, if you just open your eyes and you're sleepy, you're going to go back to sleep again, don't count that. Don't bother looking at the time because that'll wake you up more. But if you do wake up and you're awake, note down the time, remember the time, note it down. So keep a sleep diary. Why did you wake up? Did you wake up because you needed a toilet? In that case, you know what to do with water. Did you wake up because you had night sweat? You know what to do to help reduce that. Did you wake up because you were thirsty. Did you have your little glass of water next to you? I said thirsty, didn't I? To a dry mouth, to have a little sip of water. But if you're thirsty, you know you need to hydrate more during the day. Sure, I have more things written down. Anyway, whatever reason it is that you wake up, make a note of it. Keep a diary so you can see a pattern, and you'll probably see that it's the same thing that's waking you up all the time, whether it's a hot flush, whether it's a cold sweat, whether it's being thirsty, whether it's a wee, and then you can do things to help that. You need to listen to your body, pay attention to what your body's feeling. Are you feeling tired during the day? If so, what time do you feel tired during the day? Make notes, get to learn your body. You'll see a pattern. You'll see a pattern. So, what if you can't sleep? Tossing and turning, willing your body to relax and to sleep. This can be counterproductive. Sleep experts agree that if you can't get back to sleep within 15 to 20 minutes, it's better to get up and do something that you find relaxing. Then go back to bed when you're tired. So some people find they want to get up, have a herbal tea, have a chamomile or a valerian. Again, sorry. You're up anyway, so you might as well have a wee. So it'll be all right to have a chamomile tea. It's a small one. You don't need a big, massive mug full of it. Read your book for a little while. Do some meditation, do some breath work. Listen to a guided meditation like I do, and then go back to sleep. Listen to some soothing music maybe in your headphones, and then try again. Because laying there thinking, because all you do is go, oh, I've only got 3 hours left, or I've only got 2 hours left, or I've only got one, and it's not going to help. So get up. If you can, if you sleep by yourself and you don't have a partner to worry about, you can put on like a little, you can get like a night light and read a book. Or this is the only time you can use your iPad, but it's got to be on the night screen. If you read like Kindle books or listen to an audiobook, but a gentle story. Yeah, so just find what works best for you to relax you. But definitely the breathing, I'm going to get to that now, is definitely a really good way of helping you fall asleep. And then if you wake up, helping you get back to sleep. So a highly effective breathing technique that promotes sleep is the 4-7-8 method. And here's how you can practice it. So if you could do it now, if you want to do it now, if you're in a place, not if you're driving or anything, but if you can do it, make yourself comfortable, either sitting or lying down. Close your eyes. I'll talk you through the first one and then I'll do one as well. So close your eyes and breathe quietly through your nose for the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath for the count of 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale through your mouth for the count of 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then repeat this cycle at least 4 times. When you get used to it, it might make you lightheaded, but when you get used to it, you could do it up to 8 times. I'm going to do it with you now as well. So I won't count. I'm just going to do it. See, I instantly feel tired just after one breath. So you can imagine, in a nice dark room in your bed, doing that at least 4 times is really going to help you go back to sleep. It calms your nerves, calms your nervous system, reduces stress, and it prepares your body to go back to sleep again. So conclusion. I've kept you long enough. Prioritizing sleep It's not merely a matter of rest, but a fundamental pillar of our overall health and well-being. Adequate and quality sleep plays a crucial role in physical health by enabling the body to repair and regenerate, supports cognitive functions and enhances memory and learning, stabilizes emotional well-being by regulating mood and boosts performance and productivity in daily activities. By understanding the value of the profound impact of sleep, individuals can make informed choices to improve their sleep habits, thereby enhancing their quality of life and long-term health. Make sleep a priority, and you will reap the benefits of a healthier, more balanced, and more fulfilled life. There we go. I know it's easier said than done. And for some of us, we're like, all right, I can, you say all this, but I can't do it. But we can do it. There's techniques. It takes time, You don't rush it. We try different things, like I say, make a diary, and slowly, you'll be able to improve your sleep. So thank you for joining me tonight. I've kept you for 51 minutes, so less than an hour, so that's not too bad. I thought it might have gone over an hour. Thank you for being here. Sending you lots of love and sweet dreams. Good night, everyone. Bye.